Hey yo, I'm David Finnigan. I'm a playwright from Ngunnawal country in Australia, now in London in coronavirus lockdown in March 2020. I'm going to read to you my play from the 2019 Arctic Cycle collection, accompanied by music by Fossil Rabbit, with love. There are a lot of stories you can tell about humanity. Here's two of my favorite. Humanity was born in the Rift Valley in Kenya. It spent its infancy and most of its childhood in East Africa. It had siblings, other hominid species it grew up alongside, and who one by one passed away, mysteriously or not. There was a moment late in humanity's childhood when it came close to expiring. 75,000 years ago, during the last ice age, the Toba volcano erupted. A huge eruption that blocked the sun from the sky for 3 years and locked the earth into a horrific deep freeze. Humanity lost all but 15,000 individuals living in the Ethiopian highlands. The species had a very tough time of it, came close to going extinct altogether. That's my grandparents were there, your grandparents, everyone you've ever met, everyone in the world today. All of us trace our ancestry back to that one community of 15,000 people living in the highlands. How did we survive? We don't know. Maybe your great-great-grandparents helped my great-great-grandparents and we got through it. And our numbers slowly grew and we spread out from there. So the lesson here is, no matter what, survival is possible. After the weather warmed again, humanity spread out of Africa into Europe and the rest of the world, and then a few thousand years ago the Ice Age ended. The species came out of its childhood and it began to develop very suddenly. Population growth, technological growth, it became stronger, more intelligent. You could say the species hit puberty. But like a lot of adolescents, its emotional development hasn't caught up with its physical and mental growth. As in, it hasn't yet learned to empathize and collaborate with others. It's still, on occasion, thoughtlessly cruel and abusive. Still bewitched by material technology. Still unconcerned about planning for the future. And in order to make it through to adulthood, humanity will need to survive what looks like it might be some pretty tempestuous teenage years. Another story. Imagine a ship sailing from the past into the future. We are the passengers on this ship. We are also the crew. We have limited resources and there are no other ships out there. We are completely on our own. Every decision we make, every action we take slightly alters our course. For a long time, let's say the last 12,000 years, we were sailing in one direction at a steady speed, and that course seemed pretty safe. And then a few hundred years ago, give or take, we started to change course. We took on new passengers at an exponential rate, and we started accelerating in this new direction faster and faster. Right now, we're in unfamiliar waters. As far as we know, no one's ever been here before. There are some people who think we're steering into danger. If there's a safe operating space, we're not in it anymore. There's signs we may have sailed into a hidden reef and there are rocks ahead of us and around us that we can't see. We could be about to rip a hole in our hull at any moment and start taking on water. We can't turn around and go back the way we came. A ship with nearly 10 billion passengers, you can't just put it in reverse or do a U-turn. So we have to navigate through somehow. We have to pick our way between the rocks and make it back out to clear seas. And if we get in trouble, we hit a reef and start sinking in the middle of the ocean, there is no one coming to help us. There's only us.